Hello and welcome to my ASMR book reading video. The book that I read is Fang. The German name is Wolfsblut. So I hope you understand my English. It's not my first language. The chapter I read is part 2, Born of the Wild, chapter 3, The Grey Cup. So let's begin. He was different from his brothers and sisters. The hair already betrayed the reddish who inherited from their mother, the she-wolf, while he alone in this particular law took after his father. He was the one little grey cup of the litter. He had bred true to the straight wolf stock. In fact, he had bred true to the old one-eye himself, physically, with but a single exception, and that was he had 2 eyes to his father's 1. The grey cup's eyes had not been open long, yet already he could see with steady clearness, and while his eyes were still closed, he had felt, tasted, and smelled. He knew his 2 brothers and his 2 sisters very well. He had begun to run with them in a fable awkward way, and even to scrabble, his little throat vibrating with a queer, rasping noise. The forerunner of the growl. As he walked himself into a passion, and long before his eyes had opened, he had learned by touch, taste, and smell to know his mother, and fond of warmth and liquid food and tenderness. She possessed a gently caressing tongue that soothed him when it passed over his soft little body, and that impelled him to snuggle close against her and to doze off to sleep. Most of the first month of his life had been passed tossing and sleeping, but now he could see quite well, and he stayed awake for longer periods of time, and he was coming to learn his world quite well. His world was gloomy, but he did not know that, for he knew no other world. It was dim-lighted, but his eyes had never had to adjust themselves to any other light. His world was very small. Its limits were the walls of the lair, but he had no knowledge of the wide world outside. He was never oppressed by the narrow confines of his existence. But he had early discovered that one wall of his world was different from the rest. This was the mouth of the cave, and the source of light. He had discovered that it was different from the other walls long before he had any thoughts of his own, any conscious volitions. It had been an irresistible attraction before ever his eyes opened and looked up upon it. The light from it had beat upon his sealed lids, and the eyes and the optic nerves had pulsated to little sparkling flashes, warm-colored and strangely pleasing. The life of his body and of his every vibrant of his body, the life that was very substance of his body and that was apart from his own personal life, had journeyed toward his light and urged his body towards it in the same way that the cunning chemistry of a plant urges it toward the sun. Always in the beginning, before his conscious life dawned, he had crawled toward the mouth of the cave, and then his brothers and sisters were one with him. Never in that period did any of the crawl toward the dark corners of the back wall. The light drew them as if they were plants. The chemistry of the life that composed them damaged the lights as a necessity of being, and their little puppet bodies crawled blinkly and chemically like the tendrils of a vine. Later on, the each and desires the attraction of the light increased. They were always crawling and sprawling toward it and being driven back from it, be their mother. It was in this way that the grey cub learned other attributes of the mother than the soft soothing tongue in his insisting crawling toward the light. He discovered in her nose that with a sharp much administrated rebuck, and later a paw that crushed him down and rolled him over and over with swift calculating stroke. Tooth he learned, hurt on, and on top of it he learned to avoid hurt. First, be not incurring the risk of it, and second, when he had incurred the risk by dodging and by retreating, these were conscious actions, and were the results of his first generalization upon of the world. Before that he had recoiled, right after that he recoiled from hurt, because he knew that it was hurt. He was a fierce little cub, so were his brother and sisters. It was to be expected. He was a carnivorous animal. He came of a breed of meat killers and meat eaters. His father and mother lived only upon meat. The milk he had sucked with his first flickering life was milk transformed directly from meat, and no at a month old. When his eyes had been open for but a week, he was beginning himself to eat meat half digested by the she-wolf and disgorged for the 5 growing cubs that are ready made to greet them and upon her breast. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you subscribe my channel, and I say goodbye.